Hi guys, good morning, good evening.
Good morning, everyone.
Divesh, Aravind, Kunal, Desh. Yeah, very good morning, every individual. And let's wait for more couple of minutes so others can join. Then we can go ahead and start the session for today's. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no problem. We can go ahead and start. It's already 7:04. So others can join, no problem. As it's a today's initial session, and anyway, the session is going to be recorded. They can go ahead and refer later point of time also, no problem. So hoping that you guys can able to the screen. Can you please confirm, any one of you?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, we can
Yeah.
see the screen.
Right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the confirmation. Thanks for joining the session as it's an initial session. Rather, I used to call as a demo. I can call this initial session to understand the overview of our training approach, what exactly we are going to cover, the module scopes, as well as how the training approach, and also to know some basic fundamentals before initiating the actual course discussion. All these points which we are going to discuss about today. Yeah. And is that my voice is audible to you, everyone, clearly, or any you see any breakers in that?
It's audible.
Well, so okay, let me brief about myself before starting the session. So myself, Nivas, I'm carrying total 16 plus years of experience. And of course, 11 years into this consulting stream and 4 years into this end user domain experience. Initial of my career, I worked as an end user in AP and AR modules as a SME. Then later on, I trained on this Oracle EBS. Then later, I moved to cloud. Currently, I'm working with one of the MNC company, and I got an opportunity to travel multiple countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar. I traveled, of course, internally within India. Also, I traveled many states like Delhi, Gurgaon, Karnataka. Based on the requirements, I got an opportunity to travel, working from the client places. I got an opportunity to work all kind of projects, which includes like implementation, support, testing, includes integration, as well as the enhancements project. These are all the scope of projects which I got an opportunity to work upon. Of course, I will give a demonstration about each and every activity level, what is implementation, how that can be handled, and all. I will give a overview of that, but just I'm sharing my experience here. So for that reason, I'm not digging into that. And I'm certified consultant, and I'm done a certification in accounts payable as well as the receivables. So you guys are aware that it's gonna be expired within 18 months. So we need to keep update with the latest versions. That way we need to follow once you started working as a consultant in the consulting stream. And coming to trainings, I'm passionate about to training. This is my 17th batch, which I'm training. And when it coming to Unogix, I've been associating with Unogix since 7th batch. So this is my 7th batch with you guys. So far, 6 batches which are delivered: batch 1, batch 2, batch 3, batch 4, batch 5, and batch 6. And this is batch 7, which I'm associating with Unogix so far completed successfully. Of course, the participants from the different countries and different states, whatever support is required, I'm going to provide that. And also, when the session is completed, we are going to share the recordings to you. And also today, we are going to discuss about some important information to know and to decide yourself to whether you want to continue here or whether you wanted to take some time, and all these things it's up to you guys. But what exactly we are going to do that and all we are going to demonstrate today. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Are you guys following me? Yeah. Well, so before starting the session, so first let's go ahead and talk about. So here we are going to give, or we are going to talk about all these points. Example like what is ERP and how the Oracle Cloud it is happen, means how the foundation is happen. Why we need to move to cloud? What is the difference between on-premises versus cloud? And how the releases can be? What different options which are available in the cloud services? How you can compare with IaaS, FaaS as well as the SaaS? If I go with one of the option, how it's going to be benefited to the organization or the client? Why they are offering these many offerings, like in the sense like options like IaaS option and FaaS option and all? If I choose one of that, what are the benefits if I am gonna get? I, in the sense, from the organization point of view, I'm talking about. And also, what exactly the Oracle Cloud offerings? Only financials or any other offerings also going to be offered by the Oracle? And what exactly we are going to cover as part of our training? What are the modules which are going to cover? And how the training approach would be? How the configuration and how the transaction process will be happen? Everything which I already prepared deck for that in the Excel sheet. I'm going to demonstrate that so that you guys will get some understanding on that. And what different phases we can go ahead and have in a real time whenever you start working on the application as a consultant. And what modules apart from your regular modules, what else we are going to talk about. And training approach, there are a lot many institutes available in the market. Why you need to attend newest trainings on behalf of Unogix? What exactly differ you can expect from here? What would be your expectation? And also what exactly we are going to deliver? What would be the timelines? What are the benefits which are going to get if you attend the training from Unogix, from UAS trainings? All these points which I'm going to demonstrate. In case any queries, just raise your hand or else you can go ahead and speak directly so that I will clarify all your doubts. Okay? Fine. So first and foremost thing we are going to talk about. Of course, these are all some fundamental information, guys. Of course, if you already might aware, but in case you wanted to add some of the information, definitely you guys can go ahead and talk about that, as well as you can share your knowledge on that. So I'm going to demonstrate each and every point. In case if you not aware few of the things, try to make a note so that you will get more information on that. If you're already aware all these things, just you guys can go ahead and enhance or add some other points from our discussion. Okay. So what is ERP? What is the purpose to maintain a ERP? Why companies are going to be maintained? If I maintain, what are the advantages which I'm going to get? If I don't maintain ERP, what are the disadvantages which you have from the organization point of view? Can anyone share your thoughts in case if you are might aware on this, please? ERP definition, please. Can anyone share, please? Any idea? Arunachalam, Aravind, Divesh?
Okay, it's
No
a
idea.
it's a one point stop for all your company, you know, company financials or company uh projects for that matter. Regarding
Okay.
you can maintain your invoices, you can maintain your payments and whatsoever. You can maintain your suppliers. It's a one-point stop where you can find all these information. You can assess based on you can assess their financials, and if there is anything more that you can do in your ERP, then yeah, I think that's what ERP is.
Okay, good. Any other thoughts? Any one of you, please? Guys, so we try to be proactive and so that it will be helpful to you end of the day. So you guys can speak up. So don't think like it's a kind of training. We are working as a team here. Okay. So share your knowledge. In case if you are aware, that is well and good. Otherwise, I will share all the information to you. I will clarify all your doubts so that it will be good for example, one person raised question. So that will be helpful to all other people so that it will be kind of a teamwork which we are going to do here. Okay, consider that we are one team. Consider maybe like as a manager, or else maybe kind of senior consultant, or else maybe guider, whatever you can call it. That way we can consider it. So don't think about if I say something wrong, how they are thinking and all. Everyone is here to learn the process, to understand the concepts thoroughly. It will be helpful to enhance our skills. That is our motto. Simple. Okay. Fine. Anyone would like to add? In case if you wanted to add, you guys can speak up. If not, let me go ahead and talk about that. Do you want to take a call? Anyone, please?
No, from myself.
Well, good. No problem. So, ERP. Yes, whatever you said, that's correct. So here, let me add few more important information about ERP. ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. Every organization, we need to maintain it. Why we need to maintain it? Yes, earlier mentioned the points to track, to maintain, to record information related to your organizational activities. Either something coming to the organization or something going out to the organization. Let's take simple example. As an individual, when it coming to one family, one person is going to be take care about total expenses related to house, example, maybe tuition fees as well as daily expenses and all. It's a small family. So that we can go ahead and write, or else we can go ahead and remember that because our own, right? For that, no need to maintain anything. But when it coming to the organization point of view, it's a big deal. I cannot go ahead and write everything in the books. If I go ahead and write in the books, there are chances to manipulate. Means whatever I wanted to showcase, I can go ahead and showcase. In case if organization is running in a loss also, I can go ahead and maintain like in a kind of, in a profit. So I can change the numbers. Yes, initially we used to have, before 90s, we used to have, because at that time, no one is strong enough to invest the money in to maintain the ERPs. Of course, at that time also systems just IT is, just initial stage. But after 2000, definitely, it's every organization maintaining it as a mandatory because to avoid the manipulations and all. That you guys are already aware on that because it's a general thing. Everyone might aware on that. So if I maintain the ERP, so that first thing the manipulation should be reduced. Then the other thing is information should be captured accurately. End of the day. And as an individual, for example, let's take, I'm starting one new organization. I cannot go ahead and track each and everything as an individual. So definitely I need to maintain the employees. Example, finance department, HR department, marketing department, sales department, each and every department which are going to maintain it. So I need to make a payment, salaries, as well as I need to maintain the office maintenance like administration, everything I need to take care. So I cannot go ahead and record everything. So for that reason, ERP can be maintained. If I maintained that, information should be very accurate. And end of the day, as a owner, or else maybe as a, what I can say as a partner, we have a right. We can go ahead and ask them to share the reports. What is, for example, let's take May month. You guys can go ahead and share the information related to May month, what is coming and what is going out. So any report which you ask them, they are going to provide. Based on that, we will get some idea. We'll get some idea on that. So definitely for that reason, we are going to maintain ERP. Okay. Not only tracking purposes. If I maintain the ERP, the major advantages here is, so we can go ahead and submit the statutory returns to the government. End of the day, whenever you start any organization, companies need to submit the audit to the government and as well as the audit report, because end of the day what is coming in and what is going out, so based on that we need to make a payment or make a payment in the form of VAT. For that reason we need to maintain. And also if I maintain that, what I'm gonna get, for example, let's take today you started one company in based out of Telangana state in Hyderabad example. You want to expand your business in maybe different state, either maybe Tamil Nadu, either maybe Bengaluru, I mean, Karnataka, or else maybe UP, or else maybe Delhi. So no one is going to be have a funds to start up with. So the company which is already running in one state, we are maintaining ERP. End of the day, we are get to know that what is happening in the organization. Organization is running in a profitable mode, or it's running in a balance. I mean, like what I can say, break even point level means no profits and no losses, as well as sometimes we may face losses also. Everything will get to know. If organization going in a very, what I can say, very in a positive manner, organization getting a very good profits. So definitely audit team is going to be confirm that yes, these are all the profits, these many years the business is running. Based on that, you can go ahead and apply for the loans, business loans, to expand your business. Banks also not, they are not at all going to be give the loans simply. For example, if you just wanted to construct one small house, they do 100 checkups. Example, what is your salary, how long you're been working with your organization, or your total experience salary. They are going to do some forecast about your future also. Based on your past experience, future also they are going to forecast. Based on that, they are going to issue the loans. Same way here, when it coming to the organization point of view, they will check. Once they feel yes, everything is accurate, then only they can, okay, the organization turnover is some 10 crores. They are expecting some 10 crores loan from the bank to expand the business in different state, or else maybe within the state or different city. Example, Hyderabad, you wanted to open another branch. Currently, we are in Konda, for example. You wanted to open in high-tech city. So they will check all the things. They follow all the processes. So how that can be achieved? If I maintain ERP, all this can be achieved. If I show, if I write, if I maintain something in the notebook, or if I maintain some, in maybe in the system, like kind of Excel, that cannot be valid, because there are chances to manipulate. Even if you have evidences also that everything is going to be, there are a lot of manual efforts. But if I maintain the ERP, there is no question about that. All the things, whatever which are going to be maintained, everything should be accurate. For that reason, ERP should be maintained. Okay. Why? Yeah, there are a lot many ERPs in the market. Why I need to maintain a Oracle? Oracle is a global product. Oracle is a global product. Same like there are a lot many ERPs are there, like SAP, Dynamics. You guys might have heard about Charlie. These are a small, Tally is a small ERP, but SAP and Dynamics is also global products. But if I maintain a Oracle, first thing we need to consider that is will be smooth application. The application process would be very smooth, and the cost effort is going to be very less compared with Dynamics as well as the SAP. And also we have all kind of facilities, whatever the organization is going to be expect from the ERP system. All the things can be available in the Oracle. For that reason, Oracle is going to be used. Of course, you may get a doubt. Okay, if I learn this, how would be the career path in Oracle? I will discuss about in detail later point of time. But Oracle current market, Oracle is one of the leading ERP. I cannot say that all the clients are maintaining ERP as Oracle, but yes, most of the client, out of 10 clients, 6 clients would be maintained by the Oracle. That level of flexibility which Oracle is providing to the client. Okay. Hoping that you guys are clear about the definition of ERP, the purpose. If I maintain that advantages, if I don't maintain that disadvantage, hoping that you guys are clear. In case any questions, please. Shall I consider that no questions, please? All of you? Okay, fine. I'm considering that no questions. Okay. In case any questions, please speak up. No problem. Okay. I know these are the some fundamental information you guys might already aware, but better to know all this information so that you guys would be good enough on the all the points. Okay. And next, Oracle Cloud. Okay. So initially, we used to have different systems like in server based like Oracle EBS. Of course, currently also it is available that we can call it as a Oracle EBS R12, under which we have options like 12.1, 12.2, 12.3. Currently, we are in 12.2.11 in EBS system. That is a server based. But here we are talking about the cloud. Okay, EBS still clients are using, still consultants are there. Clients also started migrating from EBS to cloud. This is the latest version which we are talking about, because now we are in a globalization stage. All it's going to be maintaining in a cloud to avoid or to reduce the cost, to reduce the employment in the sense like for manpower, instead of having a 10 people, if we have a 5 people should be sufficient. So end of the day, it's going to be benefited to the organization. For that reason, cloud is recent, whatever the technologies which you are using, everything is going to be in a cloud is available. So same way, Oracle is also going to be available in the cloud. In a cloud, Oracle is the, what I can say, compare with EBS, in a cloud, it's very, what I can say, it's the customers are increased and the percentage of customers are increased, as well as it's going to be fulfill all kind of requirements from the clients. So I can say it's for that reason in the Oracle, in the cloud area, it's one of the leading ERP. We don't have much scope for the SAP as well as the Dynamics compared with Oracle. For that reason, also one of the main reason, because end of the day, it's fulfilling all kind of requirements. For the reason, clients are migrating to cloud. Not only the existing clients who are going to be start with the kind of new startups and new companies are also going to be started using the Oracle. Okay, how the foundation is happening? Okay, why Oracle is leading in a cloud area? How that is possible? So as a consultant, we should know why this is leading, because the foundation happened very strongly. How that happened? Example, here I have noted few clients here. JD Edwards, Hyperion, Civil, all these all these ERPs, PeopleSoft, Primavera, EBS, all these ERPs are separate ERPs initially. So one ERP is good in one area. Example, JD Edwards in procurement, Civil in CRM, Primavera in project planning, EBS in financial. So what Oracle has done, Oracle has taken all the better features or all the best available options from the each ERP. Then they have taken all the better features from each respective ERP level, and they have developed the ultimate application called as a cloud Oracle. So that whatever the bugs which you used to have in individual ERPs level, they have taken only the better features from respective procurement area, JD Edwards. JD Edwards, we have some other ERP like offerings also. Example, JD Edwards may be provided services for financials, JD Edwards may be provided services for human capital, but JD Edwards is good in procurement. Same way EBS we have financial, EBS we have HRMS, all these things, but they are good in some specific area. They have taken all the better features and they have built the ultimate application called as a fusion system or fusion ERP cloud solution, whatever you can call it. That's how the foundation is happened. Before starting our regular information, our regular topics details, we should know all these things. Of course, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also we are going to talk about how to enable the offerings as well as what kind of support which are going to do and how to create a users, some basic fundamentals. As a consultant, we should know all these points. Okay. So for that reason, I am particularly talking about all these points. Okay. This is how the foundation is happening. Let's move on to the deployment solution. Okay. We have currently in a EBS system, means server-based system and cloud system. If I go ahead with on-premise or if I go ahead with cloud, what are the benefits? Why I need to go for cloud or why I need to maintain on-premise in case if I wanted to? Again, I'm talking about it's going to be organization point of view, guys. I in the sense like organization point of view. Don't think about as an individual. Okay. So on-premise, if I use the on-premise or existing on-premise which are already using by the clients, what exactly the challenges which you are facing? If I go ahead with the cloud, what are the challenges which you may have and also what are the advantages you may have also we are going to talk about. See, if I go ahead with on-premise, first what you need to do, as I said, this is going to be server based. You need to buy the servers and the infrastructure means space. License also we need to buy from the Oracle in case if I wanted to maintain on-premise. And also if I go ahead with the on-premise, I need to have a technical team also to maintain that, to install, to check any issues which come up day-to-day basis. And also, for example, some XYZ client is using on-premise. They need to maintain the servers also. Security also they need to take care. Everything can be managed by the client if I go ahead with the on-premise. So it's going to be cost effective and employees need to be maintained. Security need to be taken care by, everything can be by the client. But when it coming to the cloud, server can be maintained by the Oracle team only. Oracle is nothing but Oracle company. Once you start or once you decide you wanted to use the Oracle product in a cloud area, they are going to give a simple URL, user ID, password. Then you can go ahead and start that simple, like same like how we are going to use our Gmail access, same way that can be handled. We'll see that, no problem. Just wait for some time, we'll see that. Just understand the concepts now. Okay. And you no need to take any extra license for that. Security also going to be taken care by the Oracle only. No need to maintain. So these are all the benefits which you are going to get it from the cloud. And yes, in the current market, I can say whatever the 100% clients which are using EBS system, only 20% clients are migrated to cloud. Remaining 80% still they are using the Oracle EBS. They are planning to migrate from EBS to cloud. Discussions are happening. And also Oracle is agreed to provide the services to the Oracle on EBS 2031. So we are in 2025. More 6 years, the Oracle is going to provide the services to EBS. After that, Oracle is not at all going to provide service, but you wanted to maintain the EBS system. Yes, you can maintain it. It's up to you. But Oracle is not at all going to provide any services to face any day in, day out processes. So for that reason, clients are started migrating because no one is going to wait till 2031. So people started already. I mean, clients are already started. 20% is already migrated. So remaining 20% are on the pipeline. Development is happening. So year by year, that can be increased. The opportunity level also is going to be increased. So for that reason, if you learn this course, coming 2 years or coming 3 years, definitely there will be huge demand in the market. But learning the process, if I attend the training, I'm going to get opportunity. No, it's not like that. We need to take some time. We need to put some efforts. Definitely we'll get an opportunity. For that, we need to maintain some, what I can say, some systematic things we need to follow, like maybe attending the sessions regularly. Once you decide to attend the course, do the practice properly. And also once the training is going to complete, I'm going to share all the interview questions with you guys so that you guys can go ahead and use that. And also URL can be provided, the recording sessions can be provided so that you guys can go ahead and spend some time whenever you get a free, of course, because everyone mostly are working employees. Whenever you get a time, definitely you guys go ahead and look for that. Or else you guys are kind of freshers, definitely you can take much time and you can spend more, understand the concepts more. understand the application more, it will be benefited to you. But end of the day, without putting efforts, attending the training is not at all going to be helpful. Doing a practice, putting some efforts, taking some time, sincere efforts, put it definitely, not maybe today, maybe in a 1 quarter or 2 quarters, or maybe within a 1 year, definitely will be stabilized in the consulting stream. Subject is a matters, guys, end of the day. Okay? That's how the deployment solution. Why I said all these points, because when it coming to any training, not only for this cloud, not only for training, any activity also in our day in day out process, without putting sincere efforts, getting 100% result, it's not at all going to be happen. Okay, so for that we need to be very focused on that. Okay, this is all about your deployment solution and how the foundation is happening. Any questions, guys, so far? Are you guys are clear? Everyone? Arunachalam, Aditya, Aravind, Divesh.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Nilesh?
yes. Any questions? Okay.
Hi, Ritesh here. Just
Go ahead.
wanted to know, like, for instance, now I am from a finance background only, and in banking, I'm working.
Hmm.
Currently, suppose for us, like this ERP model, okay, so now how it helps in the career path, like already I have an experience of more than 10 to 15 years. So,
Okay.
but it's in banking field. So, for example, core banking, loans, lending modules, all these modules I have worked on.
Mhm.
But this ERP, how will it be a separate stream for me, or what is the scope like? If I'm 10 to 15 years of experience I already have, so whether this will benefit me, or I'll have to like get more exposure, or what type of experience I need to get into this. So you can say I'm like a analyst itself. Uh, so working for with the banks.
Okay, no problem. So, total you said 10 years of experience.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 years into one organization or different
No,
organizations?
in banking.
In
In
banking.
banking. So
Okay,
not 10. It's you can catch 15 years around. Yeah.
15 years. Okay. So,
Yeah.
you're working as a kind of analyst, right?
Yeah, kind of analyst. Currently into management roles,
Hmm.
not the actual analyst role.
Okay,
So
okay.
just just wanted to know, like if I get to know this ERP, how will it help me? Like what is the scope in the market?
Yeah, definitely. So, two things we need to understand. So, 15 years of experience and your role is general example, let's maybe like manager role. Okay. And what is your
Yeah.
current ERP your bank system is using?
And currently I'm working as a consultant, so I'm not directly recruited to a bank.
Okay, okay. Even though, any idea on the which
Mostly
year?
the banks, the clients, they have SAP and
SAP and
Oracle.
Oracle. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah,
yeah,
got
yeah.
it. Yeah. So simple. Two things we need to understand. Okay, definitely experience is huge. 15 years. Okay. So if you wanted to create a path here, definitely have a way to do that. But you need to put some more extra efforts because you wanted to attend the training, then later immediately get an opportunity. Yes, you will get it. But and also sometimes how it's gonna happen here is whatever the banking experience you are gonna have, right? So definitely companies are gonna be look for your experience as well as the subject, the application knowledge on this ERP system. Okay, how you are aware with the functionalities and all. Okay, that way we need to do the better practice and better preparation. That is one thing you need to do as a priority. The second thing is when it coming to the opportunity level, yes, there are lot many opportunities in the market if you wanted to create a path in this consulting stream. But whenever you wanted to create a path, definitely without efforts, we cannot go ahead and do that. But we need to be in a hope, whatever activity which you learn, either Oracle or maybe SAP, whatever. But continuation learning is required here. These two things I can say. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Is that clear, Ritesh, for your query?
Yes, yes. Just one thing, like for instance, now in this ERP, whether if we whether now this training will be more on the application front, like the Oracle Fusion front, how Oracle Fusion works, what are the integrations it has, or it will also be on the domain front. For example, I think there are pricing, budgeting modules, correct, in ERP that comes in. So
Yes,
whether
see.
those trainings also will be part of this
Yeah, definitely. Let me talk about that. Yeah, I
yes.
understand your query. So basically, this is the offering name is the training we are going to deliver is it's totally financials, Oracle Cloud Financials, correct? We have financials, we have a like SCM, supply chain management, we have a HCM, human capital management, we have a inventory management, we have a different ops procurement, we have all these things are the ERPs. We are going to cover about all these modules: AP, FA, AR, fixed assets, cash management. All these are all a part of the financials module. So what exactly we are going to cover? So most of the participants, they might have a questions that, okay, so what exactly we are going to do? Basically, this is something consulting role. So once you attend the training here, two things which you learn it. One is configuration activity, which you need to know that as a consultant. So here GL activities. If you see here, these are the configuration. If you see left hand side, these are all the task names to create it. These are all the transaction process. End users who are going to do activities right from in front of the system, manual activities, or else maybe automation or any other third party system. These are all the transaction process. That way, we will have a each module wise separate configuration. Okay, once you learn this, based on the opportunity, sometimes we may need to support for 5 modules, or sometimes you may need to support only for the AP and AR. That is totally depends on the business. Yes, you are gonna learn two things here. One is gonna be implementation, how you wanted to implement the application based on your client requirement. This is totally functional job. It's not at all going to be some kind of technical. This is totally purely accounting related activities which are going to perform that. And transaction processes, if you see here, for example, AR, these are the configuration processes. First, we need to complete all the system options, types, as well as the collector creator or statement cycle, bank accounts, assigning the roles, all these things which we need to do it for. Once you do it for, then only you can go ahead and do the transaction process. So once you learn this, two areas we're going to get a understanding. One is transaction point of view. You are going to get an idea, as well as configuration. For example, if I am not able to do a partial receipt, where is the control? That is something come from the configuration. So that way we need to. For that reason, we have a separate teams like product implementation team, support team, testing team, enhancement team. Enhancement is nothing but once the application is already implemented, in case any special exceptions or special developments which we need to do that. For that reason only we are going to do all these things. This is how the process is going to be work. Is that clear what exactly you are going to learn once the training is
Got
completed?
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
more likely it would be a functional training and not on the technical part.
No, it's not a technical. Technical dependency is reduced because now it's cloud. Everything is going to be managed by
Yeah.
the functional only. 80% is going to be managed by the functional. Earlier in EVS, we used to have 5 consultants, technical consultants, maybe 5 or 6 functional consultants. Now, rather having a 5 technical consultant, they are taking a 8 functional consultant, only 2 technical because dependency is reduced from the functional technical side, because everything is in a cloud. No need to write any big queries here. Simple. Here, for example, a BDA process, you can take it. Earlier conversion process and auto invoice conversion process, technical team supposed to take care with the coordination of functional team. But now it's a purely functional team is going to be taken care. Okay, that kind of dependency is reduced. For that reason, functional is going to be more scope, and technical consultant also, they are already started migrating to the functional side. Maybe you might already aware. Maybe if not, you guys can go ahead and inquire that. No problem on that. Okay.
Okay. Because we are purely working on the functional domain, so that's why I was just asking whether it will be a functional.
Yeah. Maybe in that case, maybe you might aware that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, fine. No problem. Next. These are all the releases. Next. In case, before moving to next topic, any questions, all of you, please. If you guys are good, Let me move on. Ritesh, Kunal, Divesh, Arvind, all of you. I don't want to take names. You guys are good? Yeah, go ahead, Aditya, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, please.
So, like you rightly said, you would be touching upon all the configuration items or configuration, whatever configurations that have to be done in the system. So, would you be also be touching upon the basics of accounting? Because I am from the technical background and Oracle space itself, but I'm trying to learn functional part of it as well. So, I have no knowledge of
No. We are going to discuss about each and every accounting area. We're going to discuss, and also I will refer one of the book. You guys can go ahead and refer that. So that will be good enough, sufficient to get an understanding on the accounting concept. Don't worry about that. Okay,
yeah,
I'll be there. Yeah.
I'm a bit confused about it.
No problem. Don't worry about that. I'm there to support you. No problem at all. It's not a big challenge. Okay. Fine. Any other questions? I think you're clear, right, on that?
Yeah, thanks, Raj.
No problem. Yeah. Fine. I'm considering that no questions. Let me talk about this releases. So this is one of the better. This is one of the what I can say. It's gonna be benefited. This is one of the best option which Oracle is maintaining. Currently, we are in 25B. Okay, this is something last time, last batch related 25 is updated, but this is something currently we are in 25B. What is 25B? What is 25A? So basically, what Oracle is going to do here, Oracle release the releases. For example, if you see, let's take here. Okay, I guess it's updated here. 24A, 2024A means it's a 2024A. 24A means 24A means this is 2024. Of course, we are in 2025. Let's talk about 25 only. Ignore about 24. So first quarter, every quarter, Oracle is gonna be do the releases. If you see here, the application is already available here. For example, this is your application. Okay, let me showcase where I can check the version and all about this application. You can see this is 25B. Why 25B? I will talk about. Okay, see. Oracle is gonna do the releases for every quarter, guys. 2025, then 25. Here you can take it 25. Okay, let me do this. Control D. Here 25A from Jan to March. 25B April to June. 25C July to September. July to September. And 26D, 25D October to December, like this. So what Oracle is gonna do? The application is already released, clients are using that. So every quarter, for example, 2024D means 24D. Okay, every year we'll have indication is 25 means 2025 year, 24 means 2024. Maybe tomorrow 2026 means 26A, 26B, like that. Every quarter they are going to maintain. First quarter 26A, second quarter 26B, like that. So we are in currently we are in this bucket. We are in a May month. So how can I check? This is the latest application here. You can see this about application 25B. This is the instance which are going to use for our training. Okay, 25B, Oracle Cloud application. This is your extension application, details, all these things can be available. Okay, fine. So the better, why all this going to be maintained, all the releases, this you can call it as a release. Why they are going to maintain Oracle? The application is already using. Why they are maintaining? They are going to consider any enhancements or any bugs which going to be suggested by the existing. For example, let's take some 100 clients which are there. This is some bug, one of the form, or else they are expecting some enhancement, one feature to be added. So we'll have whenever you use a Oracle product, we'll have a flexibility to raise a enhancements or to raise a bugs to the Oracle team directly. So they consider same like us. Example, there are like 10,000 clients which are there. Okay. So 10,000 clients, they have commonly raised as one question from 100 clients. Okay. So they're gonna consider as a priority. So example, let's take some 24 2024 in the last quarter they are raised 24D. They have noted this open query, okay, or the enhancement or is the bug. They're gonna take a time, 3 months time, or 3 months or 6 months based on that request. If it is a huge impact, it's going to be taking time. If it is a small, simple enhancement kind of thing, kind of checkbox and all, it's going to be take 1 quarter. So once they develop that, example, let's take some bank account level, they wanted to have some drop down option, example, savings or current account. Example, I'm taking simple example, okay? Saving and current account, they wanted to track it. Currently, only we have a bank account, but they don't have a segregation of savings and current. They wanted to have a separate. In case they wanted to develop it, this is one of the enhancement. So they can go ahead and develop this. Once they develop it, they can go ahead and test properly. Then only they can go ahead and release that in the next release. So for example, 25 level we received on request, 25B they are going to release. 25B and get a request 25C. So that's how this is one of the better advantage to the clients in case they raise any concerns or in case they raise any questions. So that can be addressed. Because remember here, the application is already well developed, guys. The ERP product is which is already well developed. We are not at all going to do any kind of new developments here. Whatever the developed product which is available here, we are trying to do the configuration for all the modules. For example, when it coming to financials, all these modules, when it coming to SCM, supply chain management side, they are going to take care of procurement inventory. When it coming to HCM, human capital management side, they are going to take care of payroll, absence management, compensation management, all these things, they are going to take care about that. So each module wise, they are going to. So based on our requirement, we need to configure the application. Application is already well developed. Now, as a consultant, we are doing a end-to-end configuration for each and every module, and we are going to perform the transaction processes. Then we can go ahead and release to the businesses. That's how the implementation. So recent days, everyone is hearing that this AI, artificial intelligence, is going to be a huge impact on the IT side and all. When it coming to our particular Oracle ERP system, not only for Oracle, if let's take SAP or let's take Dynamics or any other ERP system, without consultant or without as a human, even artificial intelligence, whatever you're gonna enhance that, without human, that cannot be achieved. Because even though if respective AP consultant need to be take care of AP, AR consultant need to take care of AR. Each module wise will have a separate consultant, or else one client may have one consultant for all the modules. Depends on the business size. Depends on if the business is small, one person should be sufficient. If the business is more, definitely one person cannot be fulfilled. So even AI comes also, it's not at all going to be impact on the application area or impact on this consultant role, because application is already well developed. Without as a person, as a consultant, definitely you cannot go ahead and do that. Okay, you wanted to implement as a AI example. The client to client requirement should be different. Obviously, one person should be there. Here, already companies are maintaining one module wise, one person average. If you take also, there are lot many opportunities. There is no doubt or there is no second thought about the impact on the AI, particularly on our ERP system. There is no doubt about that. There are lot many opportunities. That is, the impact should be very less, I can say. Even after 5 years, they are coming with advanced feature and all. Also, at least it should be 10 or 20%, not more than that. That would be the better advantage which we have if you learn this Oracle Cloud Financial, which you are already working in the stream, in maybe EBS system. Definitely, you might already aware this, because as a consultant, we should know about all these things, right? As a career path, tomorrow, how would be the application, career path, and if I learn this, all these things which we need to inquire about. Okay, so there is no impact on the AI part. And here, this is one of the better feature they are maintaining, where releases going to be released with the latest features. By default, that should be applicable in which scenario that can be applicable. You want to implement that and all, we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, in the next slide. You guys are clear on the releases part, the impact on the releases and all? Are any questions on this?
Clear, but I have a question, but not on the release part. Since you mentioned Oracle acquired each ERP and developed a cloud, right? So there should be an integration between each ERPs, right? So will there be any integration applications, or will we be covering it in the upcoming slides?
Yes, integration should be covered. Yes, integration, see. Okay, integration should be, there are like, inbound integration and outbound. I will give a demonstration.
Okay,
But
sure.
we are not going to showcase in the system because here there are no other third-party systems which are available. Correct. You wanted to implement that in the real time, you can implement that. I will give a demonstration. I will take 2-3 scenarios. Okay. So that I can demonstrate, you guys will get a good idea on that. How, as a functional consultant, what exactly we need to do. Where is our path? Where exactly we are going to involve? What is our activity? All these things I'm going to demonstrate that. Don't worry about it. Okay. Fine. Yeah. No problem. So next, these are all about releases. As I said, this is also very, very important to know about features. Here you can see SaaS option, PaaS option, and IaaS option. What is SaaS? Software as a service. PaaS is nothing but platform as a service, and IaaS is nothing but a infrastructure as a service. These are all the services which Oracle is providing. Even you use Oracle financial offerings or SCM offering or SCM offering, those are all standard. Once you decide to use the offerings of financial for Oracle Cloud, and which option you want to take it, SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, which can be used, which can be suitable for your business, that is total depends on the business requirement. If I use this PaaS, if I use IaaS, what are the advantages which I'm going to get and all I'm going to demonstrate here. So in the current market, I can say 90% of the clients which are maintaining by the SaaS application only. Why? As I said earlier, releases which are there, 25A, 25B, 25C, like that, right? Whatever the latest feature. For example, let's take 4 years ago, have started using the application in 2020. At that time, 20A, 20B, 20C, like that, right? So now we are in 25A. So if we use the SaaS application, whatever the latest features which are available on quarter to quarter, that can be auto upgraded. That is one of the better feature which we have. Customization cannot be happen within the application if I use a SaaS application. And also report customization, I can do third-party integration. For example, AP invoices, some should come from the Coupa system. Coupa is another ERP system where you can go ahead and enter all the invoice in the Coupa ERP consultant. They are going to enter that end users. Once they enter it, we need to develop the integration process, placing the file in the one folder. From there, system is going to pick that based on the timelines and all that should be loaded to our Fusion system. These are the part of integrations. Okay. So that kind of flexibility which we have. I will take example and discuss about that, but understand in high level. Yes, if I use this SaaS, definitely that should be available. And auto upgradation is one of the most advantage or most better features, so that no need to pay any extra amount with the latest features, whatever you have, that is gonna be get that. That is all about your SaaS. Only the negative point here is customizations. You wanted to any space, page customization and all that cannot be achieved here. But whatever the available system which are available, with that you can go ahead and get all the requirements related to any kind of plan. That is for sure. Okay. And fast system is nothing but it's a kind of EBS system, how the servers are maintaining. Same way you can go ahead and implement the application however the way you wanted to. This can be used whenever you running the business more than 50 countries or more than 10 countries or 20 countries, because every country has their own specific customizations and all. Wanted to implement your customization, definitely you can go ahead and do that. Here the main disadvantage here is auto upgradation cannot be happen because I am doing some customizations in the system. If I do the auto customization, auto upgradation one quarter to quarter, if I put that whatever the customization which I have done, everything can be moved. For that reason, whenever you wanted to any auto upgradation, definitely you need to move all the customization which is available in your old system. That should be moved. Then only you can go ahead and do the auto upgradation. This is one of the, what I can say, disadvantage. Auto upgradation is not available. That is something again they are going to talk with Oracle and they need to pay some amount. Yes, what are the customers which are there, we are going to move to the latest instance, but you need to do the auto upgradation with the latest which. That way we need to coordinate with that. That is the difference you need to understand, compare with SaaS and PaaS. IaaS is simple, guys. It's a simple. Customization is allowed. Whatever you want to do it, you're just buying the space. Buying the space. You can go ahead and do that. Example, let's take Amazon Web Services. They can go ahead and buy the space. They can sell it to you. For example, you wanted to use application within the IaaS model. You can use the Oracle. You can use the Oracle, or you can use the SAP. N number of application you can use them. These are the main options which are available. Mostly I can say SaaS can be used and PaaS. It's IaaS would be 1 or 1.5% can be usage. These are other different options which Oracle is providing in the system.
Okay. So by any chance, any of these services can be used like combination of these services, or any one only can be used?
Anyone can use. You cannot use the combination.
Combination.
Only,
Right?
yes.
Okay. Because so in case if there is if we are using SaaS, there is no customization.
Yes.
So in such a cases, if I want to customize, what that organization will be doing it in case?
But they can go and available for the fast services. That's it.
Okay.
That's totally depends on the business, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, fine. And also if you see, if I maintain the SaaS, if I maintain the fast, or if I use the infrastructure, or if I use the on-premises, so who is going to be maintained? So here I clearly taken one example. If you see, software as service is nothing but everything can be managed by the other managers, in the sense Oracle is going to take care about that. If I use the on-premise correct EBS system, everything you need to manage means you, in the sense your client here. Platform as service, applications and data can be managed by your client, and all other things can be managed by the vendor. Vendor in the sense Oracle. When it comes to infrastructure as services, all this can be managed by vendor, and applications, OS, middleware, all this can be managed by you. This is very, very important slide, guys. Maybe later find out time you can go ahead and refer this. Here will be the control. Who is going to be take care what? All the control should be happen from here. Okay? This is all about your versus, means on-premise versus how IaaS, how fast and how SaaS, who is going to be maintained what need to be taken care by the Oracle, and what need to take care by our client. All these things can be I simplified in a very simple way to understand who is going to be taken. This would be common activity for each and every option, whatever you use for IaaS or fast or whatever. But who is going to be maintained and all, I clearly segregated. Okay, fine. The next is, as I said, Oracle is a product family. Oracle is a global product. You guys are already aware. Of course, this is a US related, right? US related product. This is ERP. So if you see here, all these things, these are all the families, or these are all the sub offerings which are available here. Oracle is not only take care of the financials, they are going to take care about the human capital, they are going to take care about the supply chain, they are going to take care about the CRM, they are going to take care about the procurement, they are going to take care about the PPM. So means here, all these modules within the Oracle, yes, I can have a go ahead and interlink with, or integration can be happen. That is standard integration, I can say. Third-party integration is something which is coming from the different system, different source system. That is some inbound, something which is going out from our system, cloud Oracle, to some other system, example, maybe SAP or some other ERP, that should be outbound. Going out is outbound, coming in is inbound. Here we have within our Oracle, yes, all these modules which you can, if you wanted to implement any standard integration, yes, that can be achieved. For example, AP payment which is done. Sorry, AR refund which is done. That should be directed to AP. From AP module, the invoice should be available. So here no need to do any separate integration between AR to AP. Automatically by default that standard integration should be available, or standard integration is already developed. So that we can go ahead and see that. Example, let's take a customer refund invoice process. How that should be done. Here you can see here, customer refund. Where is that? Here. Refund should be there. Okay. So let me just search with refund. See a customer refund process. Here. So here I clearly updated each and every step. The training approach would be, we are going to talk about prerequisites. First, what are the prerequisites? For example, if I wanted to process the prepayment, what are the prerequisites I need to do? Then later, then only I can go ahead and process the transaction. This would be our training approach for respective all the topics. Here you can see all the modules which are available here. If you see here, account receivable, I wanted to showcase about the customer refund, how that should be done and all, so that you guys get a good idea on that. Okay, receipt write-off, customer refund. See, these are the prerequisites. First, you need to set a minimum refund amount. You need to provide the approvals. You need to define the receivable activity. You need to ensure open the periods in accounts payable. Then transaction process. Create invoice, perform the receipt, complete the remittance, then later approve and remittance, then process the refund, query the invoice in AP. So here we are not doing any integration process, which is already available based on the process system will be considered. So here I see here all the topics. This would be the source to discuss all the points on day-to-day basis. Okay, this would be our approach also. So end to end from the scratch, each and every activity. For example, general ledger, which are talking about. These are the common configuration. Apart from that, whenever you wanted to do any activity also, there are some prerequisites need to be done. Example, auto posting criteria. These are the configuration which I have done. Auto posting criteria which I want to do, I need to do some prerequisites. I need to define some auto posting setups, rules. Then only that should be work. So that way our training approach would be. Yes, same way when it coming to here, the Oracle product family, within the system, we have a flexibility to have a direct straightforward integration process from AP to AR or AP to GL or CM to GL example, to create accounting process. When you run that automatically, that should be taken care. That's how the integration can be happen. And external integration like inbound and outbound, I will take some example and I will demonstrate that. But here, if I use the Oracle Fusion, for example, if I don't provide all the services in the market, other ERP is providing all different product services, then why should they come and use only for financial related Oracle? For that reason, Oracle is more focusing on all other areas so that if I come with the Oracle product, the client also will think that, okay, if I go ahead with the Oracle, I am having all the benefits or I am having all the features is related to either HCM I use, I can go ahead and use the CRM. It is going to fulfill all kind of requirements related to my organization. For that reason, they are providing all these opportunities in the Oracle product family. These are all the different offerings you can call it. These are all the offerings. These are all the options you can call it. Or else you can call it as a modules also. Okay, we'll discuss about that. Okay. And also here, when it coming to our case, we are going to talk about general ledger, cash management, taxes, reporting, AR, account receivable, payables, asset management, all these points, which we are going to discuss about as part of our regular training. Apart from this, we are going to cover approvals. We are going to cover intercompany activities. Here, let me showcase that also. So here, tax. This is something approvals, subledger accounting, as well as the intercompany, which you are going to cover that. Apart from your regular modules. Okay. So next, these are the
big question. No?
Yes, please.
Can you move back to the previous slide
and
the one before as well? Okay, the previous one. So now we are talking about the financial managements, right?
Yes,
now,
yes.
when we are talking about, say, for example, your procurement and your project profile management, some of your these will be interlinked with the financial management as well, right?
Yes, yes.
Correct. So how are we going to deal with that? Will that be covered in this program as well, or how is it?
No, basically here scenario will be considered, but live cases we are not gonna. But as a financial function consultant, from where exactly we need to take care. For example, let's take one PO.
Right.
So PO will take some standard POs which are available. I will showcase that. But when it coming to PPM, we don't have any projects which are available. In case if we have, simply once that is coming to our accounts payable, by using the project, we can go ahead and create an invoice. I will showcase that. Where is the control and all? Okay. But to answer your query, as a financial consultant, from where it is starting and what is the impact of other what I can say offerings, if they use that, how that can be checked, and from finance side, what are the controls, everything we are going to discuss about that. More area should be our financial area, and wherever it is dependency, like the example like PO related or receipt related, or else maybe any integration process and all, we are going to discuss based on the scenario based.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because you guys know that it's a kind of ocean. So that's something you wanted to see in a practically. Definitely once you start working on that, if you are aware with the total process, whatever you discuss, if you are get a good idea on this, definitely it's not at all going to be a big challenge. It's a kind of cakewalk. So you can, if you know the process about P2P cycle, from where it's going to start, but as a financial consultant, where exactly your action is going to be started. If you are aware that, definitely you guys can go ahead and do your job without any challenges. Okay, that's how the process works. Okay, fine. Is that clear, or any doubts on this, please?
No, that's clear.
Yeah, good. So these are all about modules information. Of course, these are some fundamentals, guys. Again, I'm repeating here. So, and also in Oracle terminology, there are some naming conventions to be followed. There are two types of method which are available. One is AI method and OEM method, application implementation methodology, Oracle unified methodology. Guys, if you follow this, Same process. If you take LG TV or if you take Samsung TV, development should be done by using different what I can say assembly kind of thing, assembly fitting what we right. We use that, right? So different products from different companies. Same way here also. End of the day, TV is TV, and what exactly if I open some Star Sports, whatever which is coming in LG and whatever which is coming in Samsung, the output is same. Here also, they are following just methodologies. Either you wanted to use, either you wanted to use that. So there is no much difference, but naming convention should be different. If you see future process model, that you can call it as RD11 if you follow the Oracle Unified methodology. If I use the application implementation methodology, that you can call it as a BPIT. Naming convention should be different, but end of the day, the document name and the document usage, the document activities to be updated within the system, everything should remain same. Okay, these are the naming conventions which are there. I'm gonna share all this information once the training. If I share this so early to understand all these things, once you get understanding on the process and concepts, you guys can easily correlate with the naming conventions and all. Okay, for that reason, I don't want to dig much now. Once the training is complete, in case if you have any queries, I'm happy to answer that. Okay, fine. And what exactly you are going to expect from here is, as part of our training, you can see here, regular session should be Monday to Friday. That is from 7 to 8:30 a.m. or 8:15 or 8:20 or 8:30. So maximum would be 8:30. And the session should be more interactive. That is totally depends on your choice. In case any questions, if you have any open queries or any configuration related queries or any topic related queries, you guys can go ahead and raise so that will be addressed. And the recording sessions will be shared. The training duration should be hardly 8 weeks or maybe 9 weeks, depends on the progress. So 1 week we'll have some kind of buffer, but I will ensure 8 weeks would be the target time to complete. In case maybe that may complete maybe 2-3 sessions prior to that, or else maybe 2-3 sessions are extended also. That is totally depends on the URL support. Okay, and also of course this is something in any challenges which you have. Okay, you guys can go ahead and raise your queries in the WhatsApp. Once the batch is formed, we are going to create, particularly me, not from the Unogic side. I will create one WhatsApp group with all the participants once the batch is freezed, so that can be used for all the communications in case any delays in the trainings or any updates or any, if I wanted to get any email IDs from you to share the documents, all these things I can be used in case any practice challenge. If you see, you guys can go ahead and use that to post all your queries. The WhatsApp group should be okay. And here, whatever the configuration which are going to do, this should be end-to-end configuration from the scratch, so that when it's now we start working in the real time, you feel that whatever we are doing here, just consider that doing a real-time implementation from the scratch. Consider that it's a real-time project which are doing in the real time from the client side. Okay, we are going to follow one naming convention. You understand that same way you guys can go ahead and do that in the real time also. There is no change at all. Only the thing here is we are doing in the lower instance of test instance in the real time. That should be along with the business naming convention we are going to use. The process, the concepts, everything remains same as it is. Okay. Consider this as a one real-time project which are going to do for one country. Either you want to implement for India, either you want to do the implement for US, or it's up to you. Okay. When it comes to our training approach, I will consider the US country and I'm going to demonstrate that. Okay. And also the URL will be shared for practice preparation during the course time, so that you guys can go ahead and use the for practice the same instance whatever which are using in the training, the same instance can be shared to you, so that you guys can go ahead and do your own preparation. Same way how we are going to do our own user creation, our own naming convention, own project, our own module wise configuration. Same way also you guys can go ahead and do your own configuration. Okay, that's all about your URL activity. And what else which you have? And once you guys are trained on this, in case if you need any other support on the resume preparation or any interview question supports, I'm going to share that interview question is general interest information, all this information. Still, if you need any other further support, yes, you guys can go and reach out to me one-to-one, or else you guys in a common query, you can update in the WhatsApp group, so that I will answer all your queries. And also once you get a good understanding of the process, so I'm happy to take a mock interviews if you guys are ready, because I'm also one of the panel from my team. So that I'm happy to take a mock interviews, but that should be totally depends on your preparation. Okay, once you guys are come up with, yes, sir, I'm done with the preparation and all, I want to test my knowledge. Definitely, you guys can go ahead and come forward. Definitely, I can take some time and the mock interviews will be scheduled in a weekend time because I'm a real-time employee. Weekdays may not be possible to take that. Weekends should be. I'm fine to spend maybe 15 minutes or half an hour time to have discussions in the form of mock interviews. Okay. So this is all about, and also my suggestion here is you guys can go and proactively participate or proactively raise your queries. Okay, or more involvement I am expecting from you. Okay, this is my mobile number. In case if you have any queries, please reach out to me related to training and any fee things and all. You guys can go ahead and reach out to Prasad because I don't want to involve in that. Any training related queries or any open queries which you have, if you are having experience, how that should be managed and all, definitely I can suggest. But training related or any other suggestions required, definitely you guys can come to me. And you wanted to know more about the fees details and subscription, all these things you guys can go and reach out to Prasad. He will guide you. And other thing is, today we have discussed all this point. Tomorrow onwards, what we can do, basically how the configuration should be started and how the opportunities, what will be the role hierarchy. So if you start with the current position, example, freshers, how this should be rolled. If you are carrying a 10 plus years of experience, how would be the role and how would be the career path, all these things which are going to discuss, and how to enable the offerings in the system and how the application looks like. Okay, and the roles and responsibilities when you're coming to EBS system, how it's work, how in cloud system, how it's going to work in case someone is from EBS background, so that comparison also we're going to discuss about that, user creation. These are some fundamental topics. Initial 2 or 3 days, we are going to talk about that. Once you get a good understanding on this, then we'll move to the actual configuration. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 sessions, you guys can go and take a call whether you wanted to continue, if you are comfortable with the training approach, and if you are fine with the whatever we are trying to deliver here. If you guys are good with that, you guys can go ahead and nominate yourself. Any other queries, any other challenges, definitely you can go ahead and reach out to me on this number. Okay, or is that clear, or any questions for today?
Clear.
Just one question.
Mhm.
Post this training, like all, if we have completed the trainings and 8 weeks are over, so will there be any certification also given, or how is it like to just show to just give the completion that we have completed the course? We are Oracle certified. Will there
No,
be
no,
any
no, no,
certificate?
no, no, no. See, certification in the sense like module wise certification, you need to pay the amount like 25,000 to Oracle and get a certification for each module wise. So to get us some
Okay.
kind of, yeah, I got it, maybe at least in the market to showcase, yes, I've trained on this and that. So maybe you can get in touch with Prasad, maybe in case they are going to provide any kind of thing, definitely you can consider that. Okay. I'm not going to be answer that. I'm not able to answer that question because that is something admin team can be provided that. Okay. Any training things,
Fine.
definitely I can provide you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Aditya, Arunachalam, Aravind, Dinesh, before concluding the session, Kunal, Tesh, Divesh, all of you.
So I have one question. Like since we are following this training and all, so is it like we will be the enough to sit for the certification exam?
So once you attend this training,
Yeah.
so I'm telling you, when it coming to certification, if you go for certification, only 30% of the topics, whatever which are trying to cover here, right? 30% of the things will be covered. Remaining 70% scenario based that should be there. So for that, we'll have a dumps. I'm telling you, exam and the real-time work is not at all going to be correlated. Only 30 or 40% should be correlated. Remaining or some generic questions should be there. Okay, so we'll
Okay.
have a dumps.
Okay.
We'll have a dumps. Okay, example like every release or every quarter they maintain a dumps. Okay, if you wanted to
Okay.
attend the certification, definitely I will share the dumps. Once you attend the training, once you get a conference, definitely I will share the dumps with each module wise, so that you guys can go ahead and prepare yourself. Or else you need any other support to get a certification. Yes, there are other ways to do that, but you guys can go ahead and talk with me offline.
Sure. Sure. Definitely.
Okay, so
I have a
fine.
question related to
Yeah.
reporting. So, are we going to cover OTBI and BI publisher as well in this?
See, OTBI, yes, I will cover that. Simple, it's a OTBI, it's totally drag and drop option. BI is business intelligence document, that is totally depends on the technical side. So BI, we are not going to cover. OTBI, yes, I'm going to demonstrate that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, these are the topics, whatever we are going to cover. It's a very huge. Okay. So I can go ahead and cover that, but so once you get a good understanding all these things, right? You can spend some 1 week extra once you working on that, right? It's not at all going to be a big challenge. First, understand the concept. If we add at initial stage only all the topics, right? It will be what burden to you. Okay, so understanding the modules first priority, then whatever intercompany which is there, that is extra activities, tax, approvals, all this we are talking about that. Some OTBA and all these things. Once you started working on that, you guys can go and take some time. Once you get a Oracle Metalink access, you guys can go and learn that or attend the training with Oracle team on the OTBA or internally. That way you can go and enhance that. Because if you wanted to learn everything within a duration, definitely it's going to be more burden to you. And if you, my suggestion is try to more focus on the regular topics, which will be very useful. So I can say 70 to 80% of the topics which are going to be real time related, whatever which I prepared here, everything is going to be 80% coverage should be. And also one other thing as a trainer, what I can commit here is once the training is completed, whatever the topics, whatever the guidance which I'm going to deliver, you consider that at least 2 or 3 years of experience, you guys can go out and claim that level of training which I'm going to deliver. But again, delivering the training is one part, preparing ourselves, getting a good understanding on the application is another part. That part totally depends on you. Training part, whatever which I'm gonna agreed here, whatever I'm trying to showcase here, everything is gonna be delivered from my side. That is my responsibility. Doing a preparation, spending a time, getting a good understanding of the concepts, getting a good understanding or good grip on the application, that is totally based on your time, based on your preparation. Okay? Without preparation, I'm telling you, when you attend the training, you feel that everything is very simple. But when you start working in the preparation, definitely you feel some pain because most of the participants, initial stage, they feel that very easy. But once you dig into the subject in depth level, definitely you feel some, when you do practice, definitely you feel some challenge. When you get a challenge, then only there is a scope to learn it. If everything going in a smooth, definitely no much scope to learn. So always if you see challenges, so definitely you can get and the chance to learn more. That's what which my experience which I wanted to convey here about from from my previous batch participants. Okay. Any other questions,
Thanks.
please? Yeah.
And one more thing, just this timings here, is this the only time batch timing, or is there other batch also?
No. For me, only one
Uh,
batch. One batch that is 7 to 8:15 or 8:30 because I'm working employee, so I need to go to office. Other timings evening cannot be possible for me. So only morning batch that to 7 to 8:30. Only one slot which is available at this moment.
okay, because because for me it's 4:30 here. That's why.
Oh, okay. You're from US or which country you're from?
No, Saudi.
Oh, Saudi. What is the time now here? Okay, 8:20. Okay, it
Now
means
it's
200.
5.
It's 2.5 hours, right? 2.5. Even I traveled to
Yeah,
Saudi
20.
Arabia. Yeah, Riyadh. I was there in Riyadh for some time. 8:20 minutes. It's now there 5:50. Yeah. Correct.
Yes.
You're correct. Maybe 8 weeks, right? You guys can need to manage that. Maybe you need to look for the other slot, maybe other people. Yeah. I
And
don't
just
want.
if this one more question, just if it's out of context or no, just if you can answer, like for instance, like 2-3 years of experience in this ERP module, like the like an Oracle Fusion Finance. What package does they drive? If
To,
you can
to,
share, or if it,
Yeah,
yeah.
tomorrow I will share all these points. See here, there are some important information
Okay.
tomorrow. So like how the opportunities and on-site opportunities, okay, and what will be the designation, what will be the package here, everything which is there. So I don't want to overburden you guys on the first
Okay.
day. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I will talk about all this information so that you guys also will get some understanding on the approach and all. Then you guys can go and take a call. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Thanks.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll talk all these points. And maybe today is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll try to complete all these fundamentals. And Friday onwards, we are going to start with the actual configuration related to general ledger. Okay, by that time, you'll get a full idea on the training approach, and you guys can able to assess how the training approach is going and all. Then later you guys can go and take a call. Okay, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, maybe they are gonna allow you, and maybe Friday onwards they may not be allow you. You guys can coordinate with Prasad. In case any other challenges, just reach out to me also. I can try to help you. Okay.
Sure. Thanks.
No problem, guys.
Thanks.
No
Thanks,
problem.
Ramesh.
Yeah. So yeah. So you guys can call me Nivas. That's fine. So take care, guys. Before concluding, any other questions? Kunal, all of you, please. I don't want to take a names. So if you guys are good, let's wind up the session for today. We'll regroup back tomorrow, and we'll regroup back 7 a.m. IST. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.